here's the weird thing, right? Because I would say that I have rhythm sonically. And when it comes to dancing, I think I got a little bit of rhythm, but it's nowhere near compared to others. And when you bring that's why I'm like, oh, rhythm it has different. I don't even know how to say that. It has there's different types.
Categories?
Yeah, like I don't know how to say it. But like, because you can see somebody and this guy's dancing perfectly on beat, right? But you can't rap on beat
or sing or whatever.
So rhythm is a different thing. But you put me on a beat and I just need to hear it. I could tell you so much. I can decipher music. I can boil it down. I know when the hook's coming. I know, like, because I so much time that I spent with it. But
what
like,
they call when they stop it? When they stop it, they stop like the song and then they bring it back with a boom.
Oh, like when they
like they pause for something, they say whatever.
Oh, I don't know
the beat comes back with a
yeah.
boom.
You know how you when it comes to being a mechanic, you don't know the terms. I'm like that. I don't know all the musical terms.
Oh,
you know, but I know how to do it.
Yeah.
So that's how it is. It's weird because there's things like bridges. Like when people used to say bridge,
I think that all comes from going to school. Huh?
It just comes from yeah.
School, someone teaching you you know what that is. You just don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I didn't know what. Yeah, exactly.
I know what it is, and I know how to do it, but
I just never put a name to it.
Yeah, nobody ever taught me what it's called.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know. So when people said things about writing and they were talking about bridges, and I didn't know what that meant. So I was like, what even is that? And it's like it's basically, it's not the hook, but it's like the next piece that can sound like a hook, but it's not the hook. And it's probably shorter. That's a bridge, or the bridge can lead to the hook. But I don't write music like that. I don't be like, okay, this is the bridge. I just write it as it comes to me. Boom, oh, it should sound good. Boom, boom, I'm putting this down. Yeah.
So you think the majority of people have like a recipe?
Not everybody. I think a lot of people do it differently. Because before, I would have to write the number. I would get the piece of paper and I would write 1 through 16 to know this is 16 bars right here. This is a verse. So I would know how much space I have left. So if I'm writing a song, I gotta end it here. Like so I'm not just, I hit it and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm not even halfway through the story. So I would have that. I don't need that no more. I just do it like, cause I know, oh shit, it's been 20 seconds.
So do you listen? So you listen to the beat and then you say, I got the beat's 2 minutes and 20 seconds long. I can do this many verses or whatever. That's how you do it?
Yeah, I can hear the beat and I could tell where the producer changed it to the hook.
No, I know, but do you look at the time frame you have?
The time frame is universal for the majority. The majority of producers will put a verse for 40 seconds, 40 some seconds. The majority. It's not like some producers will do like beat switches and weird shit. And that's cool because when I hear that, I'm like, oh, this is new.
If it sounds good.
You broke it. You broke it and it still sounds good. I could work with that. But the majority, that's how it works. 40 seconds and then it goes to the hook. Another 40 seconds and then it goes to the hook again. That's how hooks are predictable. You never know, like, when's the hook coming? I always know, oh, the hook's about to come because it's been 40 seconds since he started rapping. Now, sometimes the artist might say, I want 1 minute and 30 seconds before I hit the hook. You can do that too. You can manipulate the beat.
But you just need a guy for that.
You don't even need a guy for that. You can just make it that how you're writing the song.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like if the beat doesn't give you 1.5 minutes and you want 1.5 minutes, you need a guy for that.
If you don't do it yourself, yeah. So there's different song techniques that you can learn.
So then what's the plan for the video then?
Well, it's been freezing outside.
So once it's warm?
I think
once it's warm, boom, it's action mode. Once it gets warm, because you can do whatever, you can have drone. I think the drone is the most important thing. Maybe not the most important thing, but one of the major, because drone footage has never been done. Ever.
No, footage has never been done. Yes, it has.
I know.
It's just not done the way you want it to.
But it hasn't been done. It hasn't been like.
It's because
it hasn't been done in the level, like, and not in a like people with teams. Like, yeah, okay, people who got a videographer, dude, whatever the fuck. Yeah, okay, they've been done. But I'm saying like, name a person that you know that does the video, the music, everything themselves, record it, all that, do it, and give and have drone footage. Don't exist.
Not that I know of, but it exists. I just don't know.
But who does it? And it's good.
That's the whole thing. Because when I do something, I want to do it in the best that I can in my ability.
It's because you have every equipment wise, you got it. It's just gonna be hard because it's a one man show. You might need like some extra hands somewhere.
Yeah, because it's the whole thing. It's a weird process because to be in artist mode and director mode. Because I gotta go set up the camera, then I gotta get myself in position, go check, make sure that I'm in the right position that I want, make sure that do a take, look at it, make sure it looks good. All right, let's go do it again.
Yeah, it's time consuming, but I feel like...
And you're jumping out of artist mode. I'm not just here focused on the song and there. I'm like, you capture me. I'm just gonna be me to the maximum. I'm gonna perform this song literally, and you're gonna catch it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. It's just...
It's not as easy.
It's not as easy.
It's not as easy as I want it to be, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that as an excuse. That shit don't matter. At the end of the day, if I put out a video and it's trash, that shit's trash. It don't matter how long I did it, if I use drone footage or not, how many.
But
whatever.
It's gonna be good. But
it's gonna be trash. Like if it's trash, it's trash.
But I'm saying, like, I think the only thing is time consuming. That's the only thing you're not gonna be able to avoid. It's gonna take a shit ton of time. Because you're gonna have to go through a lot of footage. You're gonna have to do a million takes, and
it won't. Because I got a lot of experience from the first one. When I look back to the first one, a lot of people critique the first one. Oh, it was too dark, whatever. But I'm like, I surpassed my level of expertise there. I'm nowhere near that level to put out what I put out, and that's what always amazed me because there's no talks about that. It's just like, oh, it was just too dark. But then I'm over that thing where I'm like, I want people to understand it. Like, I'm over that already because I'm like, oh, it's not realistic. So now it's just like, okay, instead of saying, oh, you don't understand, I'm like, okay, now how do I make it so you're like, oh, this shit was good? How do I be like, okay, so you don't have to understand. I just want people to say it's good. So
that's because people don't look at something and think there's a hidden message in anything.
But that's what music has always been.
But the average regular guy is not a music head.
But you don't have to be.
But majority of people are not going to look deep into things unless they want to. Mainly, just going to look at something and take it for face value and be like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Because people,
hey, I didn't like this. I didn't like this.
I remember Joe told me like, "Oh, like what was the whole theme of the song or whatever?" Was it Joe? I think so. Oh, Jelly told me you look depressed in the song, and I was like, I was rapping about a time in the past. That's why it's called No Longer Broken. No longer. So I'm rapping about time in the past. So you're seeing me and how I felt in the past. This is not current me. But because people don't know, if I put out a song right now, people think that this is me currently. If I rap about whatever,
drugs,
if I rap about drugs, if I rap,
low.
Yeah. People, he's getting low today. Like
he's low this second.
No, it's not that. I can go in the past. I can go in the present. I can go what I think is going to be in the future. I can go everywhere. I don't limit myself with creativity. I can go off what I think would have happened. And that's why I'm that type is. I'm that type is what I think would have happened if I never left Stockton. And that's just a percentage of it. Because I was like, I can really change. I would not be the polite person I am today. My language would have been different. My sympathy would have been different. My aggression would have been different. And I can mimic that because I feel like maybe not perfect because I'm not that person. I never became that person. But I got hints of him. Like, so I could almost display him. That's why I think if like there's somebody, like I think I could act to an extent. I'm not no Keanu Reeves. But if you put me in a role, I think I could play me.
But you're talking about play like
Like, give me a rough roll.
Like a hood.
Yeah, give me a rough roll. Because it's like what really changed me is my family not being what I am. That's what changed me. Because my whole surroundings was not that. I was just me. So my surroundings wasn't that. So because I can't, like, you go home and you speak a certain way, right? So it changes your whole thing. Because my home wasn't like that. So that's what made me like, oh, that's why I said, like, oh, I've been tamed. You can get a wild animal and tame that motherfucker. And that's what happened to me.
You're wild?
I was wild, and then I tamed, and once I got tamed, I could look inward and get smarter. And when I got smarter, I was like, oh, that shit's stupid. I could look back and be like, damn, that was dumb. I would have messed up my life. And then for what?
I know. It makes no sense.
For people who wouldn't have done it for me. And that happened over and over and over again. Like Wallow said, why even wear a mask? The dude who's in the crime with you's gonna snitch. I was like, damn, that's some real ass shit right there.
That's because you can't trust it.
You can't trust anybody. That's why if I was ever to do anything, hypothetically, I'll do it myself.
Solo
dolo.
And no,
I wouldn't tell anybody.
No, tell anybody about nothing.
How would you know if some shit went down? That's it. Like bad. I'll be like, this shit's bad.
Why you wear a mask? He gonna tell on you.
He's not telling you.
What are they saying about making the Super Bowl? What's Wallow and Gilly? What are they saying?
Well, I don't know. He's probably gonna come out. That Super Bowl is gonna be tight. That's why I want to watch it, because Kendrick's performing, and I'll have time. Kendrick's performing. Gilly's probably gonna be there.
It's in Philly, huh?
I'm going for the Eagles. Just because the Chiefs always win, and then I watched Gilly and Wallow, and because I have no say, I don't care about either team. Just to see somebody so passionate about one, I'm like, well, fuck it. Let's hope you guys win.
Yeah, because just because they're funny, they're likable people. I'm like, yeah, I want the Eagles, and the Chiefs always win. They're 2 in a row. If they win this one, it'd be the only team ever to do it 3 in a row, ever.
Don't you think that why it might be rigged?
I mean, everyone's saying it's rigged. The referees be calling like dumb shit or whatever. But does that mean that Patrick Mahomes will be the best of all time? To do 3 in a row? To do 3 back to back?
I seen video of people not tackling Mahomes, like in close distance, and just tapping them, like pushing them. Not tackling them.
No, they don't. When it comes to quarterbacks, you can't be rough with them. There's a rule for that or some shit like that.
You can't tackle the fuck out of them?
No, it's illegal. It's like a big penalty.
But why if they're running the ball in?
Yeah, I know, you just can't be rough with them. Something like that. I don't know.
That's the dumbest shit.
I just know that they can't be rough with the quarterbacks. They can't be rough. Like how they be doing with some of the motherfuckers. They be hitting them hard as fuck. Yeah, they don't be doing that. I've seen people grab helmets and fucking throw fuckers down.
Yeah, they'll.
And they get called
as a foul.
Yeah,
that's a hard foul.
Yeah, they'll do. What
do they call that?
I don't know if they call it technicals or whatever. I don't know, but I don't know shit about football. But I just know that it's they get the fucking that red fucking thing or yellow, whatever the fuck it's called. But I want the Eagles to win too, just because Patrick Mahomes. You see him walk, he got a little gay walk to him. And it's like nah.
So you can't win because of that?
Yeah, Eagles. And here he won twice. There he won twice. That's good enough. And homeboy's dating Taylor Swift. Like, y'all good. Hey, chill.
You don't need another ring?
Nah, give it to the Eagles. They never won ever in their whole life.
What do they say? 10,000 hours and you're a master?
Something like
craft?
That. Something like that.
I put 10,000 hours into music.
10,000?
Easy. I put more than that in there.
Divide 10,000 by 40. That's how many weeks it takes.
But when you put it as in like hours into days, it's still crazy.
10,000 divided by 40.
250.
250 weeks. So 250 divided by 50. It's 5 years.
5 years full nonstop.
5 years of 40 hours a week. That's what it is.
Yeah, 40 hours a week.
40 hours a week, 5 years. I don't know if that's true then. Because if you look at me, if I started, I'd say I started 2016. That's almost 10 years. Almost 10 years of 40 hours a week. And I'm still not master.
Master doesn't mean you know everything. Master has, you reached the level of pro.
I'll figure it out.
You're pro.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
You're pro level already.
I'll figure it out. There's a lot of shit there. I'm kind of nervous. Like, fuck, man, what the fuck am I gonna do? I like sometimes I'll struggle to figure shit out, and then I'm just like, what the fuck am I gonna do? What the fuck am I gonna like that? And I just start fucking back and forth, looking at shit, looking at data, going on the computer, seeing what it tells me to diagnose, go back to it, and to like that back and forth, and eventually you figure it out. But there's times where I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do? I'm not looking forward to going to work tomorrow because I already know I got this car and I gotta fucking figure it out, and I don't know what I'm gonna do like that. I'd be thinking like that, but I've always eventually.
But you're already pro level.
I know I'm good enough that no matter, even when I'm nervous to do something that I haven't done before, I'm like, oh, I'll figure it out. I'll do it, and then once I look at it, and then after every single time I've done something that I didn't know what I was kind of nervous to do because I never done it before. By the time I'm done with it, I'm like, oh, it wasn't as bad, nowhere near as bad as I thought it was gonna be. But I'm at the point where I can look at something that I've never touched before, and I can take it apart. And then even though it's my first time, I'll figure out how it goes back together. Because it's just because of how shit's set up. You can look at shit
from experience, though.
Yeah,
it comes from experience.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this doesn't make sense. Mechanically, it doesn't make sense. So it's not right. I can look at something and be like that. So, and then when it doesn't feel right, I got the feeling in my gut where like, nah, this doesn't feel right. So you go back at it, take it all back apart and do it all over again.
Yeah, that's the same thing as like when before the podcast started, I was like, I can do this. Because I have all the experience in my head that I know I can knock it out. Or when something is, you see how we have technical issues at times. I'll figure it out. It might take me some time because you have to troubleshoot it, just like a computer. But I'm like, this shit don't make sense. Like you said, this shit's connected here. It don't make shit work. So like that, you'll figure it out, and that's just from experience. And I think that's what a lot of people lack and need. You just got to spend time with your shit. You can't rush it.
Man, I was telling me like, oh, nowadays people are paying like $7 an hour, like starting off. And it's hard to find places that pay more, certain states. And certain people he knows that got jobs for like $12, $13 an hour. And they're like, that's a good ass job. And then I'm thinking now, I was talking about that. Like, I'm thinking now like $13 an hour ain't shit.
How we thought about back in the day?
Yeah, like I remember back in the day thinking $12 an hour. I'm like, that's a good ass job.
Good ass job, yeah.
That's a good ass job. And then now $12, that's shit.
That's shit. But you think that has changed our opinion?
I don't know.
Do you think our opinion has changed because we receive that money more easily now? Or that opinion has changed because of inflation?
I don't know. I don't know which one it is. I don't know if it's because I feel like we're so higher up than that. Like we feel like not so much to like entitled shit, but it's just like we've grown accustomed to a certain wage. So now anything below that
can't go back.
Yeah, it's like going from like 1080 to 4K type shit. I don't know which one it is, but now I think like there's no way I'm doing any job for minimum less than $20 an hour. Minimum. That's minimum, and I still think that's low, but that's minimum. $20.
I mean, I think for your expertise level, then yeah. But I think like $20 an hour is good. I think it's good.
That's what I'm saying. $20 an hour. That's minimum. Like that's all right.
Like 10, 11, 12 is low for me. It's still low because it's like, it seems like the when you hear things like McDonald's offering 15. I don't know if that's still true or if that ever was true. It seems like when you work outside in the cold or when you work hard labor to be getting paid the same, don't make sense.
That makes zero
You'd
sense.
rather go back to you'd rather go
Be in
work in
comfort.
fast food.
Yeah, AC. Not
or
in
in the heat.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the cold. Instead of being in the cold. So it don't make sense. That's why I stopped going to Mississippi, because it didn't make sense. You can make that money here. So there was no point in going over there again. Because if the pay went up, and from what I hear, they're getting paid more now. But it needs to go up higher.
There was a picture that I seen, like a meme looking thing, and it said this Valentine's Day, it said get your wife what did it say? Get your wife an expensive gift, or surprise your significant other with an expensive gift. And it had a guy on his knee with a dozen eggs.
Oh dang, that's hella expensive.
And I was like, damn, these fucking eggs must be pricey.
Yeah, they're getting expensive. You look at them in Mexico, they're cheap,
and they're probably not like shot with steroids or whatever.
No, I've seen that in Mexico. I've seen people talk about how in Mexico the eggs are not refrigerated because they're not cleaned, and supposedly because they don't clean them, whatever is on the egg naturally, there's a word for it, but it helps preserve the egg. And in America, they wash them and clean them and do all that shit to them before so they have to refrigerate them to keep them good.
Fresh. Oh, I don't know.
And you look at how separate countries allow and disallow shit. And just because it's allowed here is done.
Yeah, I don't know. As far as production, what effect does that have? Because you would think if it's not refrigerated, you would think it'd be better because if it lasts longer. But I don't know. These eggs are getting pricey though.
You seen how they ban Coke? Mexicans?
Coca-Cola? Because they support Trump?
Yeah.
They ban Coke from like as a whole?
Yeah, Mexicans are not buying Coca-Cola.
No, you're saying Mexicans aren't buying, or you're like, so they're boycotting it?
How you not know you're Mexican?
I work all damn day.
So
I'm not in the know.
Mexicans are boycotting, including me.
You're saying Mexicans in the US as a whole.
In the US. I don't know about in Mexico.
Oh.
Maybe they are over there too. Who knows? But Coca-Cola is probably losing a shit ton of money right now because Coca-Cola, I don't know, I didn't check this, but there was a rumor that Coca-Cola let go of a lot of Mexican workers in a factory in Texas. And not only did they let go of them, but they reported them to ICE by giving them their information. So because of that, Mexicans were like, fuck that. Let's boycott them as a whole.
So no more Coke?
No more Coke.
That shit tastes good though.
That shit does taste good, but I mean, I don't care. It's not that good. Like, I can't put it down. Now, ban Corona? Shit.
That would be tough.
That'd be rough.
You'd have to instead of Corona,
Corona's from Mexico though.
You'd have to go straight to Bush.
Hell no! Imagine that.
Imagine a world with puro Bush. No other drinks or no.
We wouldn't drink beer. Nah, that's a lie. A lot of people still drink beer.
If they got rid of all the beers because they just couldn't produce them anymore, they all went extinct. All of them. The only one that survived was Bush Light.
Dang. That'd be a hell of a beer, huh? And it was premium now because it was the only one.
So it was top dollar. That was.
But I drink it, but there's no more alcohol. None of that.
No. Well, there's liquor.
I'll just drink liquor then.
No liquor then. Only Bush. The only alcoholic beverage ever that survived the mass extinction was Bush.
Have I ever drank Bush? I don't know if I have.
And you can only buy them in 32 packs.
It's not that bad. It's pretty. I never drink it, but from my knowledge, but it's not that bad. I drink Milwaukee's Best, and then people say that's shit. I drink it, wasn't that bad. It's not. I wouldn't drink it again, but I wouldn't drink it unless nobody had it. If I went to your house and that's what you bought, and you handed me one, I'll drink it gladly. You know, I'm not like
every time somebody hands you a beer, if another man hands you a beer, you're gonna take it.
Yeah.
And drink it.
Yeah, and then when I put up a clip saying that if man hands you a beer, you take it, and people are like, you just let people tell you what to do. grow some balls. Like people don't have no understanding. That's obviously if you drink beer. If you don't drink beer, you're not gonna be like fuck it. Give me even though I don't drink it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's principle behind that. People are like peer pressure. You're being peer pressured. You're not your own man. No shit like that. Shut your ass up. Huh? That shit. People don't understand. If you drink a beer and you go to your dad's house, he hands you a beer. No.
Yeah, I'm peer pressure right now.
It's all this bullshit.
Up, you fucking bitch.
If you don't drink, then you don't drink. That's fine.
I know.
Nobody's saying you have to shove this shit down your throat. Nobody's saying
you gotta put it in your ass and cough.
It's just a beer. Hey, you want a beer? Yeah, I'll drink a beer. It's just on the principle. Like, hey, it's a man shit.
I'm just saying
beer is the most managed drink there is. Beer is one of the most, it's a miracle to the world because beer is the best drink ever invented. It's better than soda. Soda's garbage for you.
Well, as far as taste.
As far as taste, beer is the best drink ever.
It's hit your
like if you said eliminate soda or eliminate beer, like in general, I'd probably say eliminate the soda. Because not only beer doesn't have all that sugar, beer just hits. And some days that shit hits. Beer sometimes is like hot Cheetos. You know, some days the hot Cheetos are always good pretty much. Sometimes they're a little off. But there's some days where that shit just hits, like every chip hits. And those days, that's the beer right there.
Every single chip?
Yeah, and then when that happens, that's when you drink 4, 5, 6 beers because they're so good right now. And I don't know why, I don't know if that has anything to do with your mood or because nothing is better when you worked a hard day, especially in the sun, and you drink a beer.
And the 6th beer tastes just as good as the first one?
Heck yeah. You have to stop yourself. You have to,
man.
You have to slow down.
Beer's alright, but I'd rather have a lemonade.
But beer's so much safer though than liquor. If me and you are taking shots, we can consume shots like crazy. Beer's gonna last you a little bit. Even if you're chugging it, like slamming it, it still lasts you like a minute or two. A shot, if we're just going back to back, we can get drunk hella fast.
Yeah, it would sneak up on you. The liquor will sneak up on you, especially if you're consuming it at a fast rate. And beer is like, after you're done with your first beer, you already feel it.
But liquor is just not enjoyable. Like, I think drinking is also a social thing.
I think, I mean, it's not enjoyable. It can be enjoyable, but it's just they're just straight puro shot.
No, I'm saying that the act of it, like the actual taste, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
It's not enjoyable.
That 20 seconds.
Everybody who drinks is always like, always doing that shit. What does that mean? That means you're just trying to get drunk. So if you just drink alcohol, you're just trying to get drunk. If you drink beer, no, you like the flavor. Because you don't get drunk off 2-3 beers.
I mean, yeah, and it takes a long time to get drunk off beer.
When's the last time you seen me drunk? So you're like, damn, this motherfucker drunk.
I don't know. A long time.
Probably when I was in the tub.
Yeah. Yeah, but that'd probably be the only time.
Yeah. Right, because I don't get messed up. I'm surprised how much alcohol I was able to consume as a teenager and didn't get alcohol poisoning. Like, it was so much. It's crazy. I could have died. Like, you know, you get alcohol poisoning, you fall asleep, you're dead.
I didn't know. I thought you'd feel bad or something. Because I don't even remember seeing you throw up. Maybe you have thrown up a few times, but I've never seen you stumble.
Yeah.
That's what when you say drunk, that's what I think of, stumbling.
And that's mainly what I mean.
Yeah. The stumbling, I haven't seen it. Only I seen you passed out. I seen that, but never like.
You seen me like go sleep.
Yeah, it's like.
So it's not like I fainted.
But you know, yeah, never like where you're like. Barely,
that's crazy.
When you're doing this.
I only been like that once. And you didn't see me. That's when I was at a house in Bay City and I took a fifth.
Oh.
I went to a friend's house and I was drinking boom, boom. And I started early before everybody else came. And then people came and I was still drinking. By the time people came, I was already drunk. And I was still drinking. And then it just hit me. Then they were waking me up. And then I went to the bathroom and just like laid on the wall. And I remember that time I was like, yeah, I took it too far. I was like, yeah, to a point it was a little bit embarrassing being the only one like that. Like, and now
it's not fun no more, huh? Because the whole thing is to be fun.
Yeah.
Fun,
I was like, that's where I was like, I messed up because I was away from everybody. I was in the bathroom and I'm like that in that condition. It's just like it's a bad look.
Yeah, and then the whole point of the social drinking is to socialize, not to just get fucked up and then you're in the bathroom for the majority of the time.
Yeah, but I had too much pride, like in my drinking abilities. Like I drank like in the beginning. It was I only took a shot or two with my friend, like 2 or 3 shots. So if you think about that, you are taking rub. Like if you take 2 shots from the thing, 2, that's 4 shots off a 5th. And then I drank the majority of the rest. And that's why. And I remember in the nighttime, everybody went to sleep.
And you're just puking?
No, I wasn't puking. I was still in the bathroom, leaning against the wall.
You were just in the bathroom for hours and hours and hours?
I was in the bathroom for probably like
7 hours.
If I had to guess, over 2 hours.
Yeah, it doesn't seem fun.
When they came, everybody was going to sleep.
So this motherfucker's still in the bathroom.
Yeah, so they told my girlfriend at the time, "Hey, go get his ass,
get him out of the
nighttime." From what I know, so when she picked me up, she's like, "Hey, you gotta go to bed." All right, whatever. So I got up. I remember I was conscious, and even in that stumbling, I know who I am. And what I mean by that is, you're not gonna be like a dude's gonna come up to me and say, "Kiss me," and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah." No, I know who I am.
Hey, take your clothes off.
I just know I'm in a bad state. I know I'm.
You just can't fight. That's it.
Yeah, I can't fight because I'm done. Like I'm done.
But if somebody robbed you and you knew who they were, you remember. Like if one of those people that were with you and they were like, "Hey, hold him down, run his pockets real quick."
Oh yeah, hell yeah, I would have known. I would have got you the next day as soon as that sobered up. So that's the only time, and I was stumbling. I remember she was holding me up, trying to hold me up and shit. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm fucked up. Putting my hands on the wall. That's the only time.
It's weird. It's weird how there's another person inside you. Not everybody, but some people. And you give them a little bit of alcohol, they become wild.
But I used to think like, nah, this is a character you're playing, right? Like, or this is somebody, or this is who you truly are. I don't know. Like, how does that change happen? But I think, no, it's really just the alcohol that affects your brain and affects your confidence and everything. All of a sudden, you're confident. You're what do they call it? Like, you're super. I don't even know the word for it.
Your ego or what?
Everything changes. And it's crazy because I remember when I would have these parties, I would take care of people. Like, that's how I know I'm a good motherfucker. Because there were so much times where other people could have taken advantage of girls. I never did that, ever. It was not even a think in my head, like a thought in my head. And like we were at the party and there was a girl there. And I know her, but I was pouring up the drinks, the liquor. I was like in charge, basically. So when somebody wanted some, I'd give them some, right? Well, that's not true. That happened afterwards. They were drinking and everybody was pouring, right? And I had seen the state she was in. And I'm like, and I could already tell, like you said, you started to change character. You're starting to get a little loose and shit like that. And I'm like you're going a little too far. I could tell, like, this ain't gonna end well. Either you're gonna throw up, you can do something you shouldn't have done, stuff like that. So when she came, I said, "Hey, let me help you out." And I got the liquor bottle because I know she was gonna pour hella again. So I was like, no. So I made sure I said, I just gave you a little bit because you need to like chill out for a little bit.
You don't know me.
No, but luckily she was like, "Oh, you're so nice. Thank you." Whatever. Yeah, right. But as I said, like...
And then she turned around and went like this.
Oh, I had the bottle.
She had her own bottle.
Oh, shit.
She like, let me spice it up.
Yeah, so I've taken care of people. I never liked documentation. We were at the party, and one of the people there was recording, and they were like interviewing. What you sipping on? Like, I don't like that shit. we're underage drinking and shit. Like, I don't know why I moved like if I'm a criminal. I'm not even a criminal. I tell you, I don't want people knowing where I live. You're like, why the fuck you care? Like, who the fuck are you? And you're right. But it's like, I don't know. It's just how my head works. But this dude was recording, right? He came up to me and recorded. And on my head, I'm like, he took off. I'm like, I don't like the fact that he recorded me. So I'm like, well, like, I'll figure something out, right? So later on, he was playing back the video. Back then, social media wasn't popping as it is now. I don't remember back then, like, what was it, Facebook maybe? I don't know. It wasn't popping like that. So he hasn't posted nothing yet. Maybe he was going to post it tomorrow. I don't know. I don't even remember being on social media like that. So in the later on that night, he was showing it. And again, and I was like, oh, let me see. So when he gave it to me, I deleted it. And I gave it back to him. And he's like, you deleted it? I was like, yeah. He's like, why would you do that? And I didn't tell him nothing. Hey, don't be filming, bro. I don't like people filming me. I don't like no evidence. No evidence, no dirt on nobody. People are going to say, look, this meme last week. Then I would go to school and people were telling me, a girl passed by me, oh, you would like to get crazy or something like that. She told me something like that.
You're wild, boy.
I don't know the words she told me. It was a girl who knew me, but not really knew me. I heard what you were doing and shit. You kind of wow. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, I heard what happened at a party that you were at. And I was like, what do you mean?
You were getting low.
No, I would never do that. And then she's like, I heard you were kissing a girl and she threw up in your mouth. I was like, threw up?
Yeah, you should have hit her with yeah.
I was like, yeah, drink that shit. That was a plan. Huh?
We were just
swapping that shit.
You just told her, like, hey, you into that?
And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, that shit's nasty. Like, what are you talking about? She's like, that's what I heard. And I was like, where you heard that from? But then she was hesitant. And I told her, well, who told you that? And then she told me. So then we went to go see that girl. And that girl was hella scared.
She was there or something or what?
Yeah, she was there in the beginning of the party.
Oh.
And then at the end, she wasn't there.
That's weird. That's a weird, story to make up, huh?
I don't know why you would even do that. I don't even know why she would do that. I would only guess, right?
I don't know. So I would have come up with something a little bit more spicy, some more like intriguing, not nasty. That's nasty.
Yeah, I know. That's just trying to make me look like a nasty motherfucker.
Yeah.
So then they went the next day. What is it called? My girlfriend at the time, she was like, hey, well, we can't let this shit slide, whatever. And I was like, I mean, I didn't really care because I'm like, this shit ain't true. And I'm not worried about some girl, like whatever, but she wasn't okay with it. So whatever. So we went up to her on her locker. And I remember when I seen her, she was hella scared. And I think she was scared because I was there. But I didn't do no talking. I was just there, bodyguard type shit. And she told her, hey, I heard you were saying this shit, whatever. She was like, I didn't say that. It wasn't me. And I'm like, well, people are telling me that you said it. No, I don't know why they were saying that. I said something else. I said you
were getting low.
No, we find out you said that, I'm going to beat your ass. I didn't say that, but that's what. But she was hella scared.
And you never seen her again?
I've seen her again, but it was never no problem.
Are you friends with her on Facebook or no?
No.
Oh.
I remember her face, but I don't remember like her name or none. Random ass freaking like stories like to make up and shit. That's when I was like, rumors are real? You know how you hear rumors in television shows? This shit's real? I'm like, this shit's crazy. Like,
that's because kids say some shit. Yeah, like it's their kids. That's why. He threw up in his mouth. And he
how you
liked
even think
it.
that, huh?
You know how there's I kissed a girl and I liked it, whatever?
Yeah.
And it's like that. I threw up in the guy's mouth and he liked it. And he loved it.
Oh, there was a time coming back to that same girl. Not that same girl. My girlfriend at the time, there was some weird ass shit that was going on. That she had problems with a different girl. And it was so weird to me because they're like, we're going to set up a fight. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? Like, you set up a fight? And I was like, but how does that even work? Like, what do you mean? She's like, I'm texting her. How you texting the person you're going to fight?
Oh, and then setting up a time.
Yeah, setting up a time and a place to fight. Like, I don't know. I come from Stockton.
Hey, does it work?
We don't
for
do
you?
that. What it means is it's on site. I don't care if you're at Walmart. It's on site. That's Stockton. Whenever I see you, it don't matter where we at. It's on. That's like good shit. We don't know each other's contact information and message. Hey, 5 work for you? Nah, because I got to take my dog on a walk.
Yeah. Nah, I can't do Tuesdays because I have practice on Tuesdays. Are you free Saturday?
I remember, like, I was like, I laughed and I was like, why are you even doing that? Like, it's not that serious. Like, you to set up times and shit like that. And they were like, no, it's going to happen. I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. And I was like, I don't think that's smart. Like, why? It doesn't make sense. No, it's going to happen, whatever. And I was like, well, if it's really going to happen, if you're going to go through with this, then I got to be there. Right? Because I'm like, I don't want some shit to happen. So whatever, I got to be there if that's going to happen. So then, all right, I was like, all right, if there's no stopping you, right, set it up then. And then I was like, I remember telling her, I don't know if I told her. Because I was like, hey, I'm going to let this shit go. But like, if there's other people and they start jumping you or you start losing, I'm going to have to kick a bitch. Like, I'm going to have to kick her in the face. Like,
yeah, like punk kicker?
Yeah, I was going full. Back then, man, it was different. That's what my head, when I was like, oh, we're going to go see her today in the afternoon. I was like, okay, well, if you're losing, then I'm going to have to step in. Like, I'm not going to step in to beat the shit out of her. I'm just going to step in, remove her, or maybe get one hit in and bounce off. That was like my head back then.
Damn, like, you're an animal.
No, I wasn't gonna let it.
You're on that demon time.
I wasn't just not gonna let it happen. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna let your ass get beat up. But like,
so you were pulling hair, biting, everything. Doesn't matter back then.
No, hell no.
Oh,
I had morals.
Oh, you start.
I would have just made sure she wouldn't have got beat up, and I was thinking that too. I was like, because at what point do you step in? Say our sister's getting beat up.
Immediately.
By one girl. Let's start with one girl.
Immediately.
You jump in and start swinging, or you jump in and start separating?
I forcefully remove her off her.
What if she's not on? They're just...
Oh, then I just separated.
Oh. Okay, 2 girls now are fighting her.
Oh, then I forcefully remove one? Like, they're on her or what? Paint the scenario.
They're swinging at her, but missing and coming at her.
Oh, so then I do a back fist to one.
Oh, shit.
And then I double, not single, double drop kick one.
Oh, damn. A high jump or a low jump?
High to the face.
Dang. What if you miss?
Then I'm biting her ankle.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but they're, and then
so high kick, and that's it?
What's
okay? What if she's getting jumped? What if you arrive to the scene and she's been getting beat on for the last 4 minutes?
Oh yeah,
and her eyes and shit are all swollen.
Yeah. I'm fucking them all up.
Yeah,
yeah, all of them. I won't let not one escape.
Damn, you're gonna kill them or what?
No, they're just like. That's
what I try to think about. Like, because I would never want to hit a woman.
I'm not saying I'm pro beating women. I'm not.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to find the line.
If they're hurting. If there's a person hurting my sister, I don't care if there's an animal, gender fluid, Asian, don't give a fuck. If you're living and you're hurting someone that I care about, I don't care what gender you are. I don't care what your sexuality is. I don't care if you have a it's hidden, but you call yourself a female on Tuesdays. I don't give a fuck.
You're going down.
Yeah, I'm fucking you up.
I think, well, instinctively.
And I think if it's one-on-one, it's different. I probably wouldn't even hit her. I'd just separate it. Be like, hey, quit your shit. That's it. But when you're more than one person beating on my sister, was one of y'all gonna get fucked up. Like elbows.
There's serious damage that you can do on a woman. There's serious damage that you can do on a guy. It's just like
I'm getting her in the clinch.
Oh shit!
Dirty
boxing type shit.
Knee to the rib cage like that.
Oh.
To make her, because you need You can't give
No,
them.
you need to hit them with the. This is her head. Boom, knee to the face. Pull her head down. Boom.
Yeah, because I want her to. You know how when you can tell in fights when they get hit with something that they makes them rethink their whole life.
Yeah, you hit them so hard.
You hit them
like,
so hard,
oh, shit.
they don't know. They have
They're like, that shit hurt.
I want to get away from here. You got to hit them with that, with the survival instinct fucking face. When oh shit, what happened? You need to hit them with that because I want to make sure the shit ends. And you deserve something too. If my sister's all fucked up, yeah, you deserve to go home with something, a little souvenir from the Araujo.
There's definitely levels though, huh? There's definitely levels because I think if you're beating my sister up, you're gonna catch some haymakers.
You're going.
That's because I can imagine how hard I can hit a girl. It's just hitting, period, right? I can hit it. But a girl has no technique. She has none of that. A man has a decent, because he's probably been in a fight in his life before.
Yeah.
A girl has probably rare, unless you're straight from the street and this is what you do. But like, even if you're from the street and this is what you do, a clean hit from a man will sleep your ass or will lock you to the ground. So it's like, I can imagine how hard I can hit you with a clean one. Like, it could do some serious damage to you.
I probably wouldn't be 100%. Like, I wouldn't throw with 100% force, like kill force.
But it's because how do you limit? Like, now
you just don't use hips.
Nah, I would throw 100.
Nah, because I don't want to.
No, I would throw 100 because I just wouldn't do a follow up. If I hit you with 100 and I could tell like that knocked you out or something, you just don't get a follow up. And why would I hit you at 40 and then hit you again with a 40 and a 40?
Yeah, I think one
hard 100 full hit, like I'm fighting Chuck Liddell. Boom. As hard as I would
do like a 70%.
No,
70% to the chin,
full hips, full extension.
I wouldn't use hip. I probably would just use.
And if you don't go down, I'm coming in for an elbow right after. Boom.
Yeah, if there's multiple, yeah, you have to hit 100.
And then if you don't go down after the elbow, I'm picking you up and slamming you on your head. Boom.
You don't go down with the elbow with that.
Full punch. If you're man enough to take that, you can take an elbow. Boom, you take the elbow. You're still alive, then it's a slam. No, then I'm a pedigree you.
What the hell? Imagine seeing somebody
on the concrete. Boom.
Pedigree.
And if that don't finish you, then you're a male. This guy's just female. So I might as well follow up because that's not enough.
Fucking pedigree. She deserves it though.
Yeah, but there's levels, right? Because I'm like, one thing that's off limits is your mom. For my mom, I would kill somebody. For the level,
the smallest thing.
And that's dangerous. So if anybody out there, don't mess with people's moms, grandmoms, nobody. The attachment they have to them is serious. Like we could look at you could look at your sister and they could defend themselves to an extent, right? And you're still gonna beat somebody's ass over that. But your mom, especially because your mom's not gonna be fighting, or even if she is, it's unfair advantage. You're a kid or whatever, or you're way younger than her. It's like I'm not gonna beat up. If my mom was fighting somebody her age, it's different. You would do the same thing, split it up.
Yeah.
But if somebody young is beating on your mom, it's over. It's over.
It's over. But if it's a male,
if it's a male, I'm pretty much gonna beat you to death.
Yeah.
Unless the police come.
If it's a male.
Unless the police come, you're gonna get hits with the hardest I'm 12 to 6.
Yeah.
Like that. Like
you'll never be the same.
I'm gonna hurt myself how hard I'm gonna hit you. Like I'll probably break my hand. That's how hard I'm gonna hit you. Because it's like that. Because there's certain things that's off limits. You don't do that. So you would get the full. I wouldn't care about nothing. Because depending on what you did. But if you put your hands on mom, that's the different part, right? Words is one thing. But even words can get your ass beat up. But words is one thing. Hands is where it's unacceptable.
Yeah, you have to. There is no other choice. It's written in the law.
Yeah,
it's law. You have to kill him.
Damn near.
Yeah. And you're lucky I don't rape you. What the
afterwards?
Darn. What the? Yeah, no. Mothers, who's that lady? Remember you told me about a girl who slapped somebody's mom or something, or did something like that.
Yeah, there was this girl who had problems with another girl. So she's like, she knew where her mom lived. She went and knocked on her door. Her mom came out, and then they pulled out the camera, and they're like, "Hey, this your mother? Stop playing with me." And slapped her. Boom. Stop playing with me. And the girl was like, "Are you serious?" Slapped her again. Boom. And slapped her again. And I think the next week, they shot her up. She was found dead. You don't do that. You don't art of war type shit. You're not it doesn't take two and two.
To know.
Yeah, you're not gonna survive like that in the streets. You don't go and hit someone's mom. That's unforgivable.
I know.
You know, you don't go.
They're over here doing shit like they're the mob and shit.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Like they're untouchable, like they're made men.
You think that person is just gonna say, "Cool, you slap my mom in the face." Even a civilian will turn will turn crazy. So that was the dumbest shit you could have done.
Young?
Yeah, she's probably like high school age, probably.
High school age?
Probably. And if not early 20s.
And they
if not early 20s.
Yeah.
Early 20s.
Oh, that's not a good idea. I mean, she must have been in the hood then.
It's because you don't do that though. It's just the same thing. You never do that. You know what I hate? When women get in the way. You know, that's why if I was married or I had a girlfriend, she would know the rules. Hey, if it ever gets confrontational, don't step in front of me. Don't step in front of him. Don't be circling him, whatever. Back the fuck up. Sit down and enjoy the show. Even if I get knocked out. It's a free fight, you know? Sit back. Just watch. Get in a safe distance. Allow me and the dude to whatever. Whoever wins, right? Don't get involved. If he wins, then you can come into my aid, right? Once I'm sleeping. In the worst case scenario. But don't ever get in the way. And don't ever speak. Don't ever speak.
Yeah.
When it comes to confrontation, don't say shit. Because what you say can take this shit to where I was just going to beat his ass. Now I got to kill him. So don't say shit. Don't call him names. Don't say nothing. Don't say if he flexes like he got a gun, don't say you ain't going to pull it. Don't say stupid shit like that. Because I'm going to kill him because of you. And I'm going to go to jail because of you. Don't say shit.
Best case scenario.
Don't say nothing. You know, allow it like that. If you're walking down the street and the neighbor says, you a bitch, or does a slick comment to you sexually or some shit like that, don't say nothing. Come home, report. You're a security guard. Observe, report. Hey, this happened to me. This motherfucker said that. Who? What's his documentation? Where he lives? Okay, I'll be right now. Let me finish my soda and I'm going to go beat his ass like that. That's what it is. Don't ever do that, because the moment you start that confrontation, what if he knocks your ass out? Now I got to kill him. See, that's the difference.
He's fucking sleepy.
I go over there and
she's knocked out.
Now
what the fuck? Hey, what happened? Hey, what happened? Hey, he hit me.
Why? So I think that's just a respect thing. That's how you respect me. Because you can't be walking around here like I'm expendable. No, you gotta be like, hey, you shit. I might not even tell him this because fuck.
Like, you gonna go to jail or you gonna kill somebody over it. Yeah.
But it's just smart. If you have soldiers, use them smartly. If you have power, use it wisely. Because the men will kill each other. Especially over the woman. Huh? Like it's a family thing. It's not even just women, it's just family.
And sometimes you might not even be worth it.
I know.
You're over here thinking she's worth it.
I know, and then she leaves us.
You think she's worth it, you think this, you think that, you love her, you think you're gonna get married, and she's sleeping with another motherfucker last night. She's sleeping with two motherfuckers last night.
On your PlayStation.
The one's playing your PlayStation, and the other one's eating your noodles. And hot Cheetos.
Wearing your underwear.
What the hell, huh?
There was this girl who was in bed with another guy, I don't know where, but she got on their phone with her boyfriend and was like, "Oh, I'm just at home, whatever. Order me some food." He's like, "What you want?" "Oh, just order this." And he's like, she's like, "Order like." She said the order. He's like, "Why do you want so much?"
I got 3 guys over here I need to feed.
Why you want so much? She's like, I got my friends over. Can't eat by myself. Whatever. And the whole time the dude's grabbing her ass while he's on. Damn, I would have to kill you.
And he's paying for food.
And you dip I think it was wings, and you're dipping in the ranch. Damn, I'd have to kill you there.
What a nasty bitch.
I'm like, you know how the thing has gone, because you never really see girls like that out and about. Like these OnlyFans, like you don't really see them out. At least if they do, they camouflage in the day, because you don't really see them out and about. And well, at least where I'm at. But I'm like, where it's gotten now, to the point where it's gotten now, the state. I'm like, this shit's disgusting. There was a level of like, okay, this shit's attractive. That shit's attractive. There's a level where you're at now, openly talking about what you do. Yeah, I did this to him. I had him in his ass. I was licking his ass. Like you realize how nasty you sound.
Yeah, it sounds, it sounds like your morals, like you don't have no, like the upbringing, like nobody taught you how to be a lady type shit.
To me, like
it sounds nasty.
I think people have different principles. Like I don't know. Even in the hood too, it's normal to like, hey, I had this girl yesterday, whatever. It's normal, but it's like that ain't my thing. It's never been my thing. Hey, this is what I did last night. Hey, whatever, I had the booty cheeks. Like that's not me. Like that's none of your business. To me telling you.
Yeah, but that's old fashioned. It seems like that's old fashioned.
Especially if that's your lady, like that's your real woman. Yeah. You don't tell her like, yeah, the bougie. But when I hear the women talk like that,
I don't know. It sounds.
I'm like, that's so nasty.
It's not ladylike.
Yeah, it's not ladylike. Exactly. And when it's not ladylike, it removes the attractive. You're attractive because we're attracted to women, and you're behaving unwomanly.
Yeah. It just sounds gross.
You're turning into a man.
You sound like a slut, and sounding like a slut in the public setting.
It's different when, like, if you get with your girls and in your room and shit, locked and shit with soundproof walls,
closed door shit,
soundproof walls, and you all want to talk whatever. That's different.
Yeah.
But when you're on a podcast that gets millions of views and you're just openly talking about, I had this guy over, I had his bougie, like that. That's nasty. Like, how can a man ever want to be with you?
And then those are the same women that say,
I can't find a
good man, and like this and that, and fucking my life sucks, and I'm depressed, and I'm thinking I'm transitioning over to gender fluid and all that shit.
Yeah, like the gender fluid.
Yeah.
Like the girl saying she's trying to run through 1,000 motherfuckers. And it's just like, I don't know. I think like, when did the shame, like, that's eliminated? It's now unnormal to not be like that. Where they'll look at you like, what? You don't want to tell me?
Yeah.
That's the new norm. The new norm, the whole culture.
They're turning into sluts. They're making slut behavior be.
Where they're like, if you ask a girl or whatever, you only got 5 on you, 5 bodies. They're like, oh, that's good, that's fine. 26. What are you talking about?
I lost track. Freaking slut.
That's nasty. Write it on your forehead, like they said. Remember who said that? Tate said that.
Andrew Tate said that. Yeah.
Put it on your forehead. Everywhere you go.
I know. Then it would matter. But because they don't know, like it's always a secret.
But there is that means that there is shame within society. It's just within your circle is no shame. Right? Because then why would you care? You'd be like, yeah, look at my shit. It's a flex. Like, oh.
I know, but it's like somehow the being a lady is no longer in.
It's just nasty. I can't be with you because it'd be like, you're out there publicly saying you spread booty cheeks. And it's just like, this is not what it is. It can't be what it is. That's just gross.
It's going to get worse.
Yeah, because it's taken as like, it seems like society in general is going so far left. Sin is the new norm. To not sin, if we go somewhere and they're like, let's go to the club, and you say no, it would be out of the norm. I could like see it, like the people would be like, oh yeah, this fool doesn't do that shit, whatever, he's lame or whatever. Bro, I'll kill you with my hands, like.
With your hands?
Like just.
And you sleep fine? And you sleep good.
Honestly, better not. Thank you for listening to the AB podcast. You can follow us in the links below. All our social medias are linked there. If you want to buy some merch, the merch that we're usually wearing in the podcast, you can buy it as well. The link will be below.